Testing, 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 testing. All right, I think we good. Get started. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another weekly analysis, stock/futures. Today is March 29th, 2026, Sunday, March 29th, 2026. Hopefully, I had a good Sunday, and everything. Yeah, we back, man. We back. We finna get into this weekly analysis for the week of March 30th, 2026 through April 3rd, I believe, 2026. Yeah, we can do analysis for this week, what we thinking for this week and everything. But of course, like I just said, we're back. We've been gone for basically the whole week last week. Last week was my anniversary, with my wife. I went out of town, enjoyed ourselves. So I just took the whole week off, took the whole week off and enjoyed spending time with her. Okay, but hey, we back to it. We gotta go make this money, man. We gotta make this money, so we back on these charts. All right. First thing first, y'all know what we always start off with. We start off with the economic calendar. Before I get into the economic calendar, y'all know, for anybody new, I use investing.com. I put the news on United States news only, 3-star news, because we only want the high impact news. And yeah, that's pretty much what we do, and we take the list that they have. So our economic calendar may be shorter than most or some calendars that you see, because we only put it on the high impact news. Okay, so looking at the economic calendar for this week, starting off Monday, March 30th, we have at 9:30. Powell speaks at 9:30. Y'all know how Powell is. Huge, huge, huge. Could be a huge market mover. Whenever Powell speaks, it just can make the market completely shift or continue a certain direction. So definitely be on the lookout when Powell speak on Monday. Tuesday, March 31st, we have at 8:45 PMI. At 9 a.m. we have consumer confidence. And also at 9 a.m. we have jolts. So we'll be checking out that. Tuesday look like a pretty solid day. Pretty solid day. That's pretty much all I can say. Tuesday, pretty solid day. Then we got Wednesday, April 1st. So the month ends. So also, I wanted to go back. Let's go back. Tuesday is the last day of March. So it's the last day on that monthly candle. I could see some volatility coming. We could see some volatility coming, especially on Monday and Tuesday, just because it's the end and wrapping up the monthly candle. If the market not already where it wants to be for that month, it's gonna hurry up and try to push into it. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. We might see a lot of volatility. I can expect a lot of volatility this week. Wednesday, opening up a new month. Just open up that April. That's the first initial start of the April candle. So I definitely expect volatility on Wednesday. Potential pullback, because y'all know Wednesdays usually be my potential pullback day. But definitely expect volatility on Wednesday. Now, looking at the news wise, 7:15 on Wednesday, April 1st, we have ADP non-farm employment change. 7:30 retail sales. Also 7:30 core retail sales. 8:45 PMI. 9 a.m. PMI. 9 a.m. also manufacturing prices. 9:30 crude oil. And give me a second. I'm gonna go through these screenshots. Crude oil at 9:30. So that's the last thing we got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 huge impactful news. Really crude oil. Y'all know how I feel about crude oil. It's hit or miss, but I'm gonna say 6 things that could potentially move the market nicely. So definitely be on the lookout. I'm gonna be honest. Be on the lookout. That first start. 3 of them is before 8:30, so we're good on them 3. But that 8:45 to 9, be on the lookout. That's all I'm gonna say. Be on the lookout. And it's Wednesday, and it's starting a new monthly candle. Just be on the lookout for that opening volatility on Wednesday. Thursday, we have initial jobless claims at 7:30, and that's it. Nothing else. So Thursday probably gonna be a continuation of whatever Wednesday end up doing. And then we got Friday. Let's go to the next screenshot. Friday we have. Hold on, y'all can't see that. Let me see. Friday we have. Of course, it's a holiday, Good Friday. But I still think the market should still be open. I'm not. I'm gonna have to check on stocks. I think market should be open. But Friday 7:30 we got average hourly earnings. 7:30 we got non-farm payroll. Then 7:30 we got unemployment rate. 8:45 we got global PMI. So Friday look like a pretty decent, like a regular Friday. Definitely be checking out for Friday for some movement. I think Friday might be a little bit where it might get tricky to trade. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Looking at this week though, honestly, every day looks very impactful. But the biggest 2 days I'm focused on is Wednesday and Friday. Monday is Monday also too though because it's opening the week. Um, Actually, if I put a ranking for it, I'm gonna say my biggest days that I'm looking more towards too is Tuesday, Wednesday. It's hard to choose between Friday and Monday. I'm gonna say Monday, then Friday. Thursday the last day. That Thursday I think is just gonna be like a continuation day of whatever Wednesday do. Um, so yeah. All right, that's the economic calendar. Let's get into these earnings reports this week. For the earnings this week, Monday. I don't know why I don't got the dates at the top. Monday, March 30th. Earning wise, I really don't see nothing at all. I'm be honest, I don't see nothing for Monday. Tuesday, March 31st, we got pre-market McCormick. That's about it. After the close, we got Nike and I guess Dave and Buster's. I'm not sure if RH Robinhood. Um, I don't think it is. Really, I don't see. Tuesday might be the better day between Monday and Tuesday. Look like the best day out the week. Um, Really just Nike, the only one I really maybe look at. Wednesday, April 1st, don't see nothing. And then Thursday, don't see nothing. Friday, no earnings. So honestly, earnings wise this week, I don't really see nothing. Maybe it's some sleepers in here, but I don't really see nothing that excite me. Okay. Now let's jump into these charts. Let's go to SPY first. SPY first. Like I said, we took last week off pretty much streaming wise. I did take 2 trades last week. Shorts. It was I want to say Thursday. Thursday I think I took shorts, and then Friday I took shorts, and that was it. But I took Thursday shorts was on SPY, and Fridays was on QQQ. Now let's go first to the monthly chart, just because we're closing up this month, and I want to get a understanding what we're trying to do. Okay, looking at this monthly counter, we got a huge. We on SPY. If anybody want to know, we on SPY, but we got a huge monthly counter drop. We end up making a lower low, breaking this uptrend here, breaking this uptrend. Honestly, once it broke this uptrend, this could have been a nice opportunity for some shorts, which we did take. We did take some shorts, so I'm not mad at it. But I'm talking about swing trade wise. Could have been a nice opportunity to try to swing past this gap. If we close below this gap here at what is it? 644, potentially you can see us dropping down to this next daily gap. Monthly gap at 609. If we can build a downtrend underneath the 644 level. Okay. But like we said, looking at that monthly, we just made a lower low, broke this uptrend. Now, it don't mean that we're gonna just straight flush. We gotta make a downtrend, or it could also just do all red monthly candles and come straight down to this monthly gap, like we said at that 610 level. Um, Honestly, but the Bears are in control. It's just I will prefer to see a low, lower high, lower low to completely maybe be sold on going down to 610. Okay. If we close underneath 644, this monthly gap. Oh, excuse me. We close underneath that 644. I'm gonna be keying in on shorts. I'm gonna be looking for them shorts. Um, but I'm gonna be careful when that pullback comes because I want to see it stay underneath that 644 level. Okay. That's like the main thing I'm focusing on, especially for these probably next 2 months. Do we stay underneath 644? Okay, to bring us down to that 610 level. Going to that weekly. Okay, going to that weekly. Going to that weekly. Looking at the weekly, we end up also breaking the uptrend. We broke the uptrend a while back though. We had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and we made that lower low here. Made that lower low here. This would broke it right here. This January 20th candle made a lower low. Then we made a high. Then we made another low. Then we made another high. And then lower low. This fully made the downtrend right here at the February 9th candle and the March 2nd candle was where we fully made that downtrend on that weekly. Okay. Broke previous low here at December 15th low. We broke that low, broke this previous low over at the November 17th level. Counter, my bad, which was 647.16. Y'all probably want me to say the numbers instead. We broke the 647.16 level, making that lower low. Look like we closed below it last week. So this is our first close below for a potential continuation. Next target is not until, what's this low here? 614.08. Okay. 614.08 is the next low that we have to go break. If we make a downtrend underneath 647.16, we can make a downtrend underneath there. I definitely can see us coming down to that 614 level. Okay, and we could, and like we did on these previous lows, we could just see all red candles and just go to the next low too. So we could just see a red week and just go straight down to that 614 level. All right, but we're bearish nonetheless, and we're in a downtrend. We got low, high, lower, low, so we in a downtrend at this point. If you're not getting in shorts on a lower time frame, you gotta wait. If you're trying to get in on based on this week, you gotta wait on the pullback to get in. Okay, so you need a green weekly candle and then a red one, and then you can look for them shorts. If you're trying to trade off the weekly, you, like I said, other than that, you have to get on the lower time frame and look for the downtrend to take continuation shorts. All right, going to that daily. This is where we do our marking and our drawings. Okay, looking at the daily, same things, bearish, making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. It's been in downtrend for a while now. Honestly, that's what you gotta kind of recognize. Hey, it's in a downtrend. I should only be looking for shorts. Even when we got 4 green days, I still should be looking for shorts. We had low, high, lower, low. Then we had a high. Boom, red candle. Look for the low. Stop loss would be right there. Continuing this downtrend. It's been continuing this downtrend this whole time. Yeah, it's just been continuing the downtrend the whole time. Now, looking at this daily, our last solidified level is, let me remove these alerts. Last solidified level on this daily is this red candle here, this March 25th candle. The high is 660.89. That is our last solidified level. Let me put the drawings back on here. Actually, we could remove, I want to say remove some of this. Yeah, let's remove some of these. Because we're bearish. Let's just make the chart bearish instead of being bullish. Because we had these lines based on being bullish. So we still was looking for them potential longs. But we're going to trade what we currently see. Let me remove some of these. I'm sorry, y'all. Gotta clean up the charts a little bit. I can keep the daily. I can keep the daily gaps. I just gotta remove some of these lines. All right, I think we got it. All right, I think we're good. Like we said, looking at the daily, we bearish. We got low, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. Last solidified level that we got. Let's mark it out. Like we said, it's that 660.89 level. That is our last solidified level. If we want to stay bearish, we don't want to see the market do what? Go no lower than that. I mean, go above that. Actually, our solidified level. Let me take that back. That's just a high. My bad. I didn't even recognize it until just now. We had low, high, lower, low. We made what? A higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So my solidified level is this high right here on this red candle at March 23rd. Okay. So 662.62 is our solidified level we're using. Okay. That is our solidified level that we're using. Let's put an alert crossing above if it ever breaks it. We don't need a close, we just needed a cross once. Okay. So 662.62 is our solidified level we're using. And then we can say this is a lower high at that 660.89. So we put a light pink line there. All right. So those are two key levels we don't want to see market come back above if we want to stay bearish. All right. Target level. Where's our targets at? 4 SPY. We already took out these previous lows over here. Next target low is right here at 629.58. That's our first target low. Second target low, 627.63. And then I'm gonna put one more target low. I ain't gonna aim for no more. 614.08. Alright. So those are the 3 targets we're focusing on for these shorts. Okay. Next, marking out our daily gaps. We got a gap here that we just created from that Thursday and Friday candle. We can mark that one out. Looking to the left. See, we got some more gaps before target. Gotta zoom in. Sometimes they be so close. That's not one. This is one. This big one. There's a big one right here that we're currently sitting in. I think that's the only one before we get to target 1. Target 2. Look like we don't got none. To target 3. We got a very small one right here. Oh, well, then it kind of overlapped right here. We can mark this one instead. It overlaps into this one. We can mark that one. Alright, and I think this, oh, we got a regular gap here. Almost done. So we had 3 gaps to mark out. Alright, let's drag them all the way over. Drag them all the way over. So we had to mark out 3 gaps, which is completely fine. It is better than marking out 100 gaps. Alright. Oh, we marked out 4 gaps. My bad. We marked out 4 because I remember this one up here. Alright, so looking at this chart, like we said, if we want to stay bearish, we want to see it stay underneath that 662 level. Okay. We made, most recent thing we did was what? Make a lower low. We got a lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay. Made a lower low. Now, 1 or 2 things we can do. Hey, we can continue to look for these shorts and look for that continuation to keep dropping all the way down that 629.58 level. Or we can wait on what? Wait on the pullback and then try to get in, which will be the safer way. Okay. Looking at the daily, if I'm looking at this daily, like I said, you can't get in on the daily until you get a pullback. Okay, so we need some type of green candle. Friday candle, we end up closing inside this daily gap between 636 and 632.60. We close inside the daily gap. Red candle. I do kind of expect us to come on down to that 632.60 level, and then either we reject it and come back up to the top, or we can break through. If we can break through, that's when I'll be looking for that break and retest on the lower time frame to take us on down there to that 629 level. Okay. If we gap up, say Monday we gap up, we above 636.95. I'm gonna be waiting on what? I'm gonna be waiting on us to come back below it, underneath 635. I mean 636.95. Make that downtrend inside this gap. I'll be looking for it to go to the bottom of the gap at 632.39. Okay. Honestly, just all I'm looking for really short. Only way, if I take any loans, it gotta be a scalp. And with our new rule, we say only one contract if we take an opposite than their daily buys. So, only way I potentially for loan be above 636.95. We make an uptrend above it, then we can look for it to try to go up to 642.66. Okay. Honestly, that's really all we look for. We just looking for them shorts either at that 636.95 level or at this 632.60 level. We look for them shorts underneath either one of them levels. Dropping down to that hourly. Look like on the hourly we did get to the bottom of the daily gap. But I really want to see that daily candle touch the bottom of the gap. So I could see us tomorrow, like I said, coming down in here and then either rejecting and coming back up or going ahead and make that downtrend to break through. Looking at the hourly, I don't think this gonna hold this little section here. So I'm gonna mark this as my last solidified level on the hourly right here at 642.14. Okay. Want to see market stay underneath there and we build downtrend to make our new lower high. Okay. Really pretty much it for SPY. Let's jump over to QQQ. Should be the same thing, or at least somewhat close to the same thing. Let's remove some of this stuff. Really don't want to have y'all up too late. I think that's it. Oh snap, we got all these orange lines. I thought that was it. That's how it show you how which charts I trade the most when I got all these dang colors. I mean all these lines. Alright. Should be good. Looking at QQQ monthly. Let's hide these drawings for a second. SPY. Now that's why I said well, that was a difference. Let me see. This high is 587.55. No, 635.39. This high is 635. Oh, it did make a higher. Okay. But SPY made an uptrend and we broke that uptrend, right? Same thing for QQ. We barely made an uptrend, but we made an uptrend. We had high, low, higher, high. Got our red candle. We was looking for potential. Hey, if this month can turn green, we can come back up. Well, the month said no. We trying to come down. The month ended up turning red, making a lower low. It broke the uptrend. Okay. Now for QQQ, it also did the same thing as SPY did. It broke below a monthly gap here. The bottom of that monthly gap is 549.64. So my biggest thing that I'm looking for is, do we stay underneath 549.64? Do we stay underneath there? If we do, we build a downtrend within these next month or two. I'm looking for it to drop to that next daily gap. I mean monthly gap, my bad. At 542.65. Okay. I'm looking for it to come in here. Come into this area. Alright. Other than that, that's the monthly. Looking at the weekly. Weekly also was bearish. We broke that uptrend. Where we broke the uptrend at? We broke it. We had low. Well, first we had high, low, higher, high. I think this was lower, low here. No, it was high, it was higher, low, higher, low, higher, high. Boom. First lower low. So we broke that trend right here, but then we needed a lower high, which we got over here once we broke it last week. This is what made that downtrend. Last week made the downtrend officially start on the weekly. Let me mark this out. It's gonna be kind of hard to see with them gaps, but I'm gonna still mark it for y'all. So we had this was our high. Then we made what? Lower low. Then all we need is what? Lower high, lower low to make the downtrend, right? Or we had high, then boom, lower low. Now we in a full-fledged downtrend at this point. Full-fledged downtrend. So I should be looking for market to come down to this low here and then that low there. Okay. So look for market to go down to 556.77, and then if we can push past there, 549.64. Okay. Full-fledged downtrend. Our solidified level on the weekly is this high right here at 535.80. Okay. Jump into that daily. This is where we do our drawings and charting and everything. Looking at the daily is bearish. Biggest thing we need to find is our solidified level and targets. Last solidified level we got on QQQ. We got low, high, lower, low, lower, high. Let me see. Yeah, lower, low. This made the lower high also with it. But let's see, did we break this high? 595.05, 595.08. So we did break that high. So we ended up making a higher high. But then we made a lower low. So right now, the last solidified level for QQQ is up here because we end up breaking that high. So last solidified level on this daily is 605.14. Okay, 605.14. Set alert if market ever breaks above it. All right, that is our solidified level there. I still gonna mark this high here, even though it did make a higher high there. This still is a lower high. So at 595.08, we also want to see it stay underneath there, okay, if we can. Cross it up. Now, looking at this daily, where's our targets? We broke this target here. Broke these targets over here. Next target we got is right here at 557.47. Then that very next target is literally like an inch away. I don't even know if I want to mark it. What is it? Let me see. 556.77. Yeah, we ain't gonna mark that one because it's so close to each other. Then the next target I'm gonna mark is this 549.64 level. Okay. So those are our targets. Now what we gotta do next? We gotta find our what gaps and stuff between target and solidified. So got one gap here, but I ain't gonna mark it. It's like overlapping almost. Look like we don't really got no gap except this one gap here before we get to. Is that? Let me see if that's all the way there. Cause like I said, you gotta zoom in sometime. Yeah, this one don't even count. Yeah, it ain't overlapping the body. So we got no gaps for first target. Second target. We got this one gap down here. So it look like we only got one target before we get to, one gap before we get to target 2 and no gaps before we get to target 1. Unless you count this gap right here. Look like we should be somewhere in the clear as long as we get a downtrend to form underneath these two gaps right here. As long as we get a downtrend underneath 563.87, it look like we should be able to go straight to 557.47. Okay. I just don't want to make another gap on top of the gap, but let's just go ahead because it might play around right here, right? And I don't want to be wondering why it's not just shooting straight down. All right. So what we looking for? Like we said, if we can make a downtrend underneath this 563.87, we look for them shorts to come on, push us down to that 557.47 level. Okay. That's what we'll be looking for. If we somehow gap up tomorrow or anything Monday, if we sitting up here at this 564 area, I'm gonna leave the market alone. I'm gonna wait until I see some shorts come back underneath, like I said, that 563.87 level, and then I'll be looking for shorts. Loans. If I'm looking for loans, honestly, I don't want to touch no loans, but if we looking for loans, I guess you can say uptrend above 567, or you can say it above 565 to take it up to 567. But I really don't want to look for no loans. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Cause I'd rather, even if the loans do play out tomorrow, or Tuesday or whatever, I'd rather for that to be a pullback on this daily chart, and then soon I get that first red count on that daily chart, take them shorts, and go kind of heavy with the shorts. But yeah, that's really all we're looking for. We're looking for them shorts underneath, like we said, that 563.87. That's really all I'm looking for, unless we be up here at 570. And I look for shorts underneath there. If we go above 570, look for the shorts underneath this 586.82. But once we break that 595, my shorts is off the table. Okay. Looking at this hourly, last solidified level is here, but let's mark out the last two because I think that one might get broken just because of the volatility we got. So we got 569.71, and then we'll mark this one here at 562.15. Okay, so those two solidified levels, we'll be watching it and want to see market try to stay underneath if it can. Okay, I'm going to M&Q. Jump over here to M&Q. Dang, I got y'all on here for a little while. It's 32 minutes. Let's remove some of this stuff. That's about it, ain't it? I think that's it. Oh no, I got. Oh no, we ain't trying to delete that. Keep the gaps. Keep the gaps. We just trying to get rid of the lines. I think that's it. Going to that monthly. Kind of looked the exact same as QQQ. Only thing I can say, it looked like it didn't make a high, so it don't look like it made an uptrend. 26, 399.50, 26, 340. Yeah, it didn't make a up. It didn't keep this uptrend, so it didn't make an uptrend. We just got higher high, low, high, lower low. So we actually just made a downtrend. Never made that uptrend. Pretty much same situation as QQQ. Broke a daily gap. I mean monthly gap. My bad, y'all. That level is 24,069. I want to see if we stay underneath there, make a downtrend on the monthly, and I definitely will be seeing us come down here to that 22,584.75 level. Okay. Going to that weekly, bearish, same thing. So really don't got too much to say. Daily. That's what we do our charting. Daily we bearish. We got low, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. Last solidified level. Let's mark that out. Last solidified level on this daily, sitting here at 24,763.50. Okay. Want to see market stay underneath there for us to stay bearish. Okay. Targets. Targets. We got an easy target sitting here to the left at 23,025. Next target level is 22,788.25, and then that next target level, I'll mark the third one, is 22,584.75. Okay, see if we got any gaps before. I believe we're gonna have some, just because M&Q love having the most gaps. Yes, we got one right here. Okay, we got a couple of them. Look, I told y'all M&Q love gaps, man. It loves gaps. Got a couple of them. We got some in between target 2. Don't see none between target 2. I see one on target 3, but it's not in between. We still mark it though. Alright, so we're gonna mark those gaps. Drag them all the way over. Drag them all the way over. Okay, I think we good. Alright. So we got our targets, we got our can't be level. Our can't be level is all the way up there. So like I said, we could see a lot of volatility this week because it got so much range you can play around with. We really got a lot of range to play around with. And I took these shorts on Friday too. I just didn't hold it the whole time. I'm mad about that. I didn't hold it the whole time, but I did take them short. Looking at this daily though, we closed below this daily gap at 23,369.50. Closing below it, we could see one or two things happen, even though we already see it. It can just continue and go straight down to the next gap, or we can do the break retest and then try to go down to the next gap. Well, it already came down to the next gap, so it's alright. It is what it is. But what I'll be looking for, if we come back up here to this daily gap and retest it, if we make a downtrend off of it, I'll be looking for the shorts to come back down to this daily gap at 23,170. If we get underneath this 23,100 level, make a downtrend, possibly on an hourly or something, I'll be looking for them potential shorts to come on down to that 23,025 level to knock out target 1. Okay, downtrend underneath target 1, boom, I'm looking for us to go down to target 2. Same thing once it get to target 2. Okay, like I said, be careful, because the last solidified level is all the way back up there at 24,760s. So I mean 760s. So one green candle, we got space to go all the way up. Okay, so you gotta be careful with that. Other than that, that's it. We just look for them shorts, man. We want the shorts on the bottom of these daily gaps. Okay, on the bottom of these daily gaps. Looking at that hourly, we broke that hourly. Last solidified level, the next solidified level is 23,611. Want to see if we can stay underneath there for the hourly. All right, now let's jump over to NYM. We almost done, y'all. We almost done. I know it's 38 minutes, but we almost done. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff to delete on NYM. Let me delete all this. Delete all this. Get these charts cleaned up for y'all boys and girls, if we got girls in here. You never know. Women, my bad. Women and men. Boys, girls, women, men, whatever. We welcome y'all. Welcome everybody, man. Well, if you're in here, we just appreciate you. G.F.T family. Alright, I think we got all the drawings. I think so. I don't know what this blue is. Delete it. We got little drawings in here. Like what the? Come on. These must be. Nah, these ain't the long tools because they'd be green and stuff. Guess we just made some real small drawings in here for some reason last week. Alright, I think that's it. Going to that monthly on NYM. So we on NYM, y'all. NYM been bullish like a mug. NYM been straight bullish. And it finally broke. Finally broke this uptrend. We finally made a lower low. Now it did make a downtrend. So still everybody wanna go short, being we just broke the uptrend, let's jump to the short. Didn't make no downtrend. So you gotta be careful when that first monthly green candle come. because it can very well just come right back and make a higher high on us. Okay. Um, but when we get our first monthly green candle, I'm gonna be watching for that next red monthly candle. When we get that next red monthly candle, last thing I need is just to break this low. Boom, look for them short. Cause now we got low, high, lower, low, downtrend. Okay. Um, but as of now, it's bearish. It's bearish. Okay. I mean, clear as day, it's bearish. MIM, honestly, it could try to just flush straight down because the next get target low is down here at 43,464. Then it's a gap right here at 43,973. So it could, we close below that low, we could see it just flush straight down there to that 43,900 level. I don't even see that. Let me make sure the stream's still going because I can't even see nothing. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Testing, testing, testing. No, it's still on here. Unless it disconnected for a second. I don't know. But let's get to it. Look at that weekly. Made our lower low. We broke that uptrend here. We actually made a downtrend. So low, high, lower low. That lower low long in the mud. Y'all see that? Last solidified level all the way back at February 17th. So literally, if you was swinging shorts once it made that lower low, you ain't had no time to get out. I mean, you ain't had no green count until you get out. But that is our last solidified level for that weekly. All the way back up there at 49,967. So one green candle got plenty of range to play around with us. It's a lot of range, so you gotta be careful on that. Going to that daily. Daily. We got a downtrend. Last solidified level. So let's go mark out this stuff. Last solidified level is sitting here at 47,205. We put alert if it cross up. So we don't want it to go above there while we looking at our shorts. Okay. Target level. Target. We got target here at 45,002. Next target level at 44,642. Then next target, we'll say here at 43,899. Okay. Now let's see, we got some gaps in between. I should expect some. Got one here. It's a huge one. Got one here, smaller. Got one here. Yeah, we got a couple of them. Dang, there's a lot of them on. I'm talking about M&Q. Dang, NYM, all these dang gaps, man. This is crazy. This is like one here, one over there. We just gonna work with these right now. We're gonna work with these right now. I ain't got time. We gonna be looking at structure mostly. Cause I ain't got time for all them gaps now. NYM. I'm glad, and that's all I'm saying. I'm glad if y'all watch these lives, y'all will see how I trade, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna make it too tedious for myself. All right. Looking at NYM, what we doing? We sitting in the middle of a big old gap right now. Made a lower low. Honestly, NYM, I'd rather for us to come retest this 45,334 before I try to take shorts. Cause taking shorts right here in the middle just look iffy. I don't like it. I want us to retest 45,344, and then if we make a downtrend, take the shorts. Okay, that's literally the only thing I'm looking for. Other than that, if we go below 45,002, make a downtrend underneath there, then I'll look for shorts down to that 44,860. But other than that, I want us to come back and retest this level. I don't really like how NYM sitting. Okay, don't really like how NYM sitting. Okay, going to the hourly, last solidified level all the way up here at 45,944. Okay, here we go. So that is it for our futures. Y'all know I don't really go for gold no more just because how prop firms been uh taking away gold sometimes. So I don't like that. Let's go check out CrowdStrike and Meta, and then I think that's what all we're gonna do, cause I know CrowdStrike and Meta usually my favorite two ones to trade. I think we're gonna call it a night after that. Okay. I don't, bro. What we got greens on both sides. I don't even know what's going on here. Let's just delete all this, cause I don't know what's going on at all. Delete. Boy, oh my goodness. When Meta broke this low here and made this downtrend, it just straight went crazy. And it's crazy. That's why I like following trends, bro. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if they try to bash trend trading and stuff. Like, I understand people kinda matter of fact, let me tell you about I ain't gonna say I understand. But I can see where people don't like trend trading when it comes to doing trend trading like this. When it comes to drawing like this and connecting points. Hold up. When it comes to this way of trend trading, I can see how people say, "Oh, it don't really work." It works. This way works. You just gotta know how to do it. But you don't get that many often entries. Like you literally be waiting days if you're doing it on a daily. You waiting. Well, you'll be waiting weeks if you're on a daily. If you're on an hourly, you're gonna be waiting days. If you're on a 5 minute, you're gonna be waiting hours before you can get an entry. Um, but this type of trend, this is trend line trading. This is where like I said, I kind of see what people say. But when it comes to trend trading, um, it to me it's just unmatched, man. Like, okay, we got high, low, higher, high. It's an uptrend, clear as day. Stop loss at this previous low. We should just be able to ride these lows until we either get some red candles for a pullback or until we break the trend. Okay, if I'm just holding these long, first red, get out. I'm out. Let it do its pullback. Make sure it don't come break this low here. First green candle, I should be getting back in the long. Here we go. Green candle, get back in the long until we break this high or until we make a downtrend. Green, or you can get out on the first red. Green. You can get out on the first red. You can wait till it break this high, so you can still hold it, or you can get out when it make a downtrend. We got low, high, but we made a higher high, lower low, so it's not a downtrend just yet. Boom, made a higher high, broke. Then you supposed to get out. You know, like trend trading is to me hands down. I mean, I understand people, and I did it first. I started off with support and resistance, and I love it. I still like it. I mean, I still see support and resistance working. Um, but it just make it easier for my brain when I see trend trading, bro. Like I just like when the market moving a lot. Um, to me, trend trading just hands down the best. Support and resistance still work though. I mean, it works. It's just to me, support and resistance, unless you a scalper and you try to do it real quick in and out on a lower time frame. Support and resistance for how I like to trade works better for like if I'm want to do like a swing trade or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we failed to close down below here. I see green candles building above. I might get in the loan and I might just swing it for a couple days until or a month or so to get up to the next, resistance level. That's when I say support and resistance. I mean, like during the actual true day, like day trading wise, I know me personally, I just don't like doing support and resistance day trading wise. Swing trading wise, I will, but I just went on a little soapbox. Y'all don't mind that. I mean, however you trade, it don't matter, honestly. As long as you see what you see, you confident in it, it make you feel confident in getting in trades. It's something easy for you to recognize. That's all that matters at the end of the day. As long as you're making money. As long as you're making money, I don't care if you got trend line trading, ICT, ICC, G.F.T, don't matter. As long as you can make you some money somehow, you good. What I was saying, CrowdStrike daily. Let's go look at that monthly first after I delete this line. Okay. Look at that monthly real quick. See what it's looking like. Monthly is red. We made that lower low. We're not in the downtrend, but we did make a lower low. Next target level is all the way down here at 29,298. But we do got a monthly gap here that could stop us, so we could mark that. I ain't gonna mark it, but it's right here at 336.56. We could actually I should mark it. You know what? We should mark it. Let's mark that gap, and we're gonna make it purple for this monthly. Okay. So that'll be my targets there. 336, 56, 323, 94, and then 298 flat for that monthly. But I gotta see a downtrend forming underneath here. This low here at 402.66. Downtrend underneath there on the monthly. Not like them. I like it. I like it going down there. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Cause yes, we got lower low, but it's not a downtrend, so I can't almost guarantee myself of seeing it going to 336, but I'm leaning towards it because it is bearish. We closing below it still. Going to that weekly. Weekly, cause look, we don't even got a weekly trend underneath it yet. We got weekly, we got low, high, lower low, higher high, low. So it really don't know what it want to do yet. It broke this downtrend here. It could come down and make this lower low though, and potentially set up a downtrend to continue down. But right now, undecisive. Going to that weekly, daily. My bad. Sorry about that, y'all. Going to that daily, we got low, higher high, lower low, higher high, low, high, lower low. So now I switched to a downtrend. But overall, big picture wise, it got a lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. So it's undecisive right now. Last solidified level, big picture wise, I kind of want to mark it out. What color do our weeklies be? Yellow. This is the weekly. I gotta type it. Weekly solidified level. Okay, that's the weekly. We'll go to that weekly. Make sure. Yeah, that's the last solidified level on the weekly. Okay. Go to that daily. Now, daily solidified level. Let's go to daily solidified level. Daily solidified level. The most recent one we got is right here at 395.50. Okay. Reason why I marked that weekly one out was because our daily chart is undecisive, and I don't want to get trapped. I don't want to get trapped in some mess when it's trying to switch bullets right here. So like, let me mark it out and show y'all what I'm talking about. Turn the magnet off. So we got low, high, lower, low, right? Last thing we did was make a higher high. At this point, it can do whatever it want to do. It can make a low, high, lower, low, higher, high, low. Like this is like a pretty much can be a consolidation range right here between 3 and 4. We can literally do whatever. We can make uptrends, downtrends, all kind of stuff inside here. Not until we come and break back above 0 right here, we completely wipe away our downtrend. Okay, right now it can just play around. You get what I'm saying? It can play around. So that's why I wanted to know when, hey, completely hands off the table, leave it alone when it breaks that weekly for them shorts. Okay. What I was gonna mark out. Oh yeah, last solidify level was at 395.50. Targets. First target here, 342.72. which is the previous low. And then, of course, our next target is this daily gap or monthly gap. My bad. Sorry about that. At 336.56. Alright, we got gaps over here. Let's see. I might mark one or two because when it comes to options and stocks, I mark the gaps, but half the time I just follow the trend. Whatever the trend is, I just go with the trend on the options. Cause it be options, you gonna find so many gaps just because they got pre-market and aftermarket and all. Like they actually got a close versus with futures, we got like 1 hour close. That's it. So or whatever it is. Really not that much of a closer other than the weekend. I think that's about it. That's all we got to mark up. Looking at this daily though, what I'll be looking for, of course, like I said, stay underneath 395.50. Maybe we did break below this daily gap at 374.71. Maybe a retest of it if we get a green counter. We get a green daily counter, then I'll be looking for a retest at that 374.71, and then look for that next red to go short to come on and try to bring us down to that 357. If we don't get no green daily counter, honestly, on the hourly, I'm just looking for shorts. While we stay bearish, we bearish on the hourly, I'm just looking for them shorts the whole time. So, pretty much it. Pretty much it. Okay. Just literally look for straight shorts until we get either a green daily counter or we come up here and break 395.50. All right, go in the middle. Middle. Hold up. I think I seen that on Friday. When I tell y'all Meta dropped so crazy, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. Meta, I seen it on Friday. Yep, I seen it on Friday. I was like, what in the world? When I looked at the Thursday count, I said, oh my goodness, Meta dropped so crazy, bro. Like, Meta fall off was so crazy. Like, it's ridiculous. Like literally in 1 week, and this 1 week right here, yeah. Let's see, right here, I think. We went from 608 down to 520, almost $100 in 1 week, bro. That is crazy. Not $100 drop in 1 week. All right, going to that monthly though. Looking at the monthly, Meta monthly is bearish. Oh, I did not see this. That's because I told y'all. Remember, we just now started getting back into the Meta charts, and we've been avoiding Meta for like 2 months, and we ain't even look at the dang monthly. Look. Low, high, lower, low, right? Downtrend, clear as day. Then we got our pullback. Cool, pullback, but we in a downtrend. So first red, what we should be doing? Looking for a short to go previous lows. We got our first red last month. Got that first red last month. We should be in shorts here. Should be swinging shorts to come take this low at 580. Okay. Let's go see when it took 580. Let's go to that daily. Took 580 on that Thursday count. So you would have got in swung, right? You waiting on it to come take 580. By the time it took your 580 level, that same day, we dropped all the way down to 544. So you got $40 extra drop. Man, what you know a swing trade that would have got you about let's just say $1,000. Man, that mother made you like $12,000 in 1 day. Crazy. And that 1 day that it hit your TP. Cause when was that monthly? That was for February. So when February counter closed, let's see how many days it took. Well, it's the end of the month. So basically, you had to hold it for 1 month, and you made you about 10K. That's crazy. Let's go to that monthly though. Continuation. Okay, continuation. Look like we can get up down there to 478.72. Biggest thing we got to see though on this monthly Do we stay underneath this monthly gap and make a downtrend right here at 541.10? Can we stay underneath 541.10 and make a downtrend? Then I can see us coming down to 478.72. Okay. Going to, but man, that was, when I tell you this was A plus easy swing trade, bro. Clear as day. Low, high, lower, low. Downtrend. Clear as day. Pullback come. Boom. First red candle is what? A plus entry. When it comes to G.F.T trade strategy, we should be looking for what? This low to get taken. Stop loss. You could set your stop at the top of this green candle if you want it, or the top of that previous solidified level. Phew. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. I wish I seen that swing trade, bro. But it cool. We'll find others. It don't even matter. Going to that weekly though. Bears broke this uptrend here. Last solidified on that weekly. All the way up here at 743.36. But we do got a lower high right here at that we can sit behind at 672.19. Target for the weekly look like the same target right here. 478.72. Let's switch at the green. Alright, going to the daily. This is what we're supposed to be charting on. Daily. We don't. Woo-wee, boy. We ain't got no solidified level for the daily. All the way back till, really, this the solidified level here. 672.19. That's a fire. That's fire. That's fire. Fire. One green candle gonna bring a big pullback probably. If it want to do, I mean, it can bring a big pull. I ain't gonna say it is, because it can do a little pullback and go right back bears and shoot down hard. So, but 672.19. Next level 658.56. Those are two levels. We're gonna make that pink though. That's lower high. Okay. Target. We got daily gaps, but target is down there at 678.72. So I ain't gotta move that. We just mark out these gaps here. That gap, and then we got another gap right here. Alright, I think that's all we're gonna mark. So what we looking for meta? Honestly, we make a downtrend underneath this 525 level. Look for them shorts to take down to 514. Same thing. Once we get to your next daily gaps, downtrend underneath, take to the next gap. Downtrend underneath, take to the next gap. Really plain and simple. Now if we get a green daily candle and we closing back inside this 525, I ain't gonna lie, I might scalp some loans. Just to see if we can get up to like 535, 540. Now, if we make an uptrend, I'm looking for it to go all the way back up to 552. So, I will scalp some loans on that mud. And when I say scalp some loans, it's probably just not swinging it for no month. It's just probably holding it for 2-3 days, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go to the hourly and mark out the hourly solidified levels, though. And then we're gonna call it a night, y'all. We'll call this a night. Alright, y'all. So that's pretty much it. That's what we're looking for this week, y'all. Weekly announcements for this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. Y'all have a good one. Y'all trade safe, and I definitely see y'all in the morning. And yeah, the boy Keith is out. Peace.